What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. Welcome to the review marathon. We're going to look the same for the next week, everybody. So these shirts, the way we look, all recording in one night, all coming out within the next week. This is episode 556 for the books that were released on February 18th, 2026. We are starting with the Independents once again. G.I. Joe issue number 19. I've been really enjoying G.I. Joe. This time now the Autobots have, now the Joes know about the Autobots because one of their vehicles has been an Autobot. And in this issue, Duke finds out about it and we get a backstory on how this Autobot ended up with the Joes. Very good stuff.
The XO Manowar issue number 2, The God Hunt, part 2 of 4. We find out a little bit of information about the sniper assassinator who was going after XO Manowar. We find out that he also is fighting for the Queen, and the Queen is basically in Arak's mind and everything, and you get more information about the sniper, which actually is a really awesome cliffhanger to be continued that really shocked me, and it was like really something. Looking forward to seeing the next part to that issue. Great stuff from Valiant Beyond.
The final issue, TMNT Battle Nexus, issue number 5, Michelangelo versus Slash, but Michelangelo refuses to fight back. And what I liked is there was a grand finale of this issue. Apparently, the relationship between Aloplex and Raphael is going to continue on into the main universe, because apparently this takes place somewhere in the main universe. Slash is still somewhere. We get to find out who the hooded turtle is. I'm not going to spoil it here, but we get to see all the turtles finally fight back and win. This was an excellent, excellent mini-series. And definitely something that's going to look great when it comes to the hardcovers later to be a part of Volume 1. TMNT Shredder, issue number 5, continuing to look for, I believe, I read this a while ago now, but I do know that we get to see Kitsune again soon, but this is leading towards that, because he's trying to stop this woman who is trying to get this technology that's going to ruin the world. So, excellent book. I do enjoy the artwork in this book a lot. We're in Marvel. This is an honorable mention because I believe this is the last issue, because I have not seen Star Wars for a hot minute. Star Wars issue number 10. And that's it. I haven't seen Star Wars since. So I just want to make mention. Star Wars was a really good series. 10 issues. I'm sad to see it go, but it does say the battle for Nagi's epic conclusion. So, it did end without it to be continued. So
it did say to be continued?
I did. No, it did. So I'm guessing we're not going to be getting an ongoing for Star Wars for now. Sad to see it go, but I mean, without Darth Vader, I feel like maybe that's why the series kind of had a hard time.
Yeah, but you got Darth Maul still, Kylo Ren, you know?
No, that's the next.
Well, I'm just saying.
I feel like they just.
Alright, yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know, but we're going to be getting a lot of miniseries from Star Wars at least.
Oh, well, then that makes sense, then.
And then now we got Amazing Spider-Man 22, the final part before we get into Death Spiral. Spider-Man's back, and his life is upside down because Ben did stuff or didn't do stuff, and now Pete doesn't know where Aunt May is. He finds out where Aunt May is. They have their talk. It was a real tearjerker moment. And then, of course, now we're leading into what's going to be going on with Death Spiral. But Peter's back. Basically, Pete's back on Earth now, and a few other things happen. Something to check out. We're not going to be seeing that for a while, though, because Death Spiral. But anyway, another book, honorable mention, Ultimate Spider-Man 24. The end for Ultimate Spider-Man, because during the Ultimate event, spoiler, Spider-Man dies during the Ultimate event. I think it's to reset the Ultimate Universe back to the way it was when Miles took over for Pete, because we're seeing the Ultimate Universe coming soon, and Miles is Spider-Man again in that universe. So I don't know if they're going to drag Miles out of 616 and put him back in the Ultimate Universe, or if there's going to be a second Miles Morales in the universe now. I don't know. Marvel, whatever you're doing, do it. But I mean, I will see if I continue Marvel's Ultimate, or I'm just going to let it lie. Or digital. Okay.
Daredevil and Punisher issue number 4. The duo is still teaming up, where you have Daredevil, who's trying to correct Frank Castle's way of killing people, of not killing people, but then they work together and then they don't work together. So it's kind of like an on and off thing that I've noticed that's been going on between Daredevil and Punisher. But I really enjoy the team up that they have with each other, as well as their mission of what they are doing, and a really enjoyable read, I must say, for the duos of those teams.
Wolverine issue number 16. We're going to be in this story, I feel, for a while. I love Wolverine. I think the artwork is great. I like the chemistry with him and Silver Sable. However, I don't know how much longer I could take Wolverine protecting this little group of mutants without trying to bring them back to the X-Mansion, or trying to do something, trying to...
Isn't Xavier the one that tries to bring him back to the X-Mansion?
No. But anyway, at the end of this issue, right, Wolverine's able to scare away the agency for now. However, in the next issue, we're going to be continuing with the agency. However, at the end of this issue, we also see that somebody's looking for Wolverine. We'll talk more about that when we get to the next issue of Wolverine, which is 17. Honorable mention goes to Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon. I didn't get a chance to read this, and I know issue 2 is coming up soon. You'll see that in a future episode. If you're interested in miniseries for Wolverine, check this out. I will show issue number 2 as well. If I catch up, I'll do issue 3. If I don't catch up, I'll do honorable mentions for it at least, because it looks like a really great series. Generation X-23 issue number 1. It's basically the continuation of X-23 and Gabby teaming up. This issue, they bump into mutants at the end of this issue, and apparently it's a very action-packed, really great artwork. Ends on a really interesting cliffhanger, but not as interesting as the following issue, which I have that issue more fresher in my head, but first issue definitely laid the groundwork. Really awesome stuff. We're in DC Comics Absolute Batman issue number 17, the introduction of Absolute Poison Ivy. Really good stuff. Really enjoyed this issue. Absolute Batman has been killing it. We are in, I believe, year 2 for Absolute Batman now for a hot minute, but I'm looking forward to what Joker sends Batman's way this year before finally making their appearance. Nightwing issue 135, the conclusion to the circus. I forgot what the villain's name was, but the circus. Turns out Nightwing Prime wakes up and actually saves Dick and stays behind to keep the Nightmare Clown at bay. Excellent, excellent story. I really enjoyed this issue a lot. Obviously, the next issue starts a new arc. We'll talk about that when we get to it. World's Finest, issue number 48. We get to see an issue dedicated to Ultraman and Owlman. Interesting. Dark Mirror issue. I found it interesting. It ended with, apparently Superman and Batman were prisoners in the universe, and we find out what happens to them in the next issue. Superman Unlimited, issue number 10. Again, something that is out of the main continuity. However, in this issue, Prankster tries to kill Clark Kent. Fails epically. We get to see Gold Superman again. Just like with the Supernova Superman. Tired of it already. Don't want to see it anymore. Because every time Superman goes gold, he loses his powers for a certain amount of time.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's getting boring. I'm tired of seeing it. I've seen it twice in a row now with Superman Unlimited. This is something that Slott does. He takes a point and he runs it into the ground sometimes. The Gold Superman thing. This is issue 10. It's being run into the ground. Enough of it. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it, even skimming through the previous issues. When this first started, I read the first 5 and it was in there too. Just like Superman Supernova. It's boring. I get it now. Okay, don't use it so often. That's like Goku going Super Saiyan every 5 minutes. Superman doesn't have to go gold just to protect himself from kryptonite or something every 5 minutes. Anyway, final issue, well not final issue, but Titans issue 32, the final DCKO tie-in, wraps up the Titan story really well. Titans together once again, and obviously it all points towards DCKO issue number 5, which is the grand finale. We will get to that soon, but that is it for this episode. Look forward to the next episode later on today, 5:57. Till then, take care everyone, and we'll see you really soon in the next episode.
Later, everyone.